This is the Best Experience with your host, Nick Best, and me.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. So we got a guest, Nick.
Yeah, Big James Rude. My training partner since, 2008? 2009.
Yep, that's right. It's been a while.
Yeah, every World's Strongest Man I ever did, I trained with James. So
that's right.
He's kind of like the wizard, the guy who I bounce things off of. He's much smarter than I am, believe it or not.
Not the average meathead, no.
So he's very knowledgeable. He's very studied. He's also very experienced. He has a world record in the Granite stone for 200 kilos that he did in FIFA. He was the very first one to do it, and he still holds the record because nobody's done a heavier stone. So
let's see if I can fix that in July.
Yeah. Well, the way you're training right now, I'm saying they're gonna have to go. They're gonna have to go get another Granite stone because I think you're gonna lift them all this year. So
we'll see.
After your little last bit of training, when you were commenting about training your biceps, and all of a sudden you're just ripping stuff off the ground. Yeah, I think you're gonna be just fine.
Oh yeah.
So
it had been the weak point for me was gripping the stone, and with the Granite stones, they're really difficult to grip, as you know. They're gritty and they're chiseled, so it's like a cheese grater. It tears your skin off pretty bad. So
and the tacky doesn't stick to it either.
Nope, it does not.
So it makes it extremely difficult. So.
That's it. All right. Anyway, let's get into fan questions.
All right. So first question. This is going to be kind of a long one because they wrote a lot of stuff in here. So I recently saw that American astronauts are still doing deadlifts and bench press in space. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I feel that strength training is really important for us. It is. It's extremely important for us. Bone density, everything else. I also watched a video saying that weight training puts pressure on your bones, which helps prevent osteoporosis. Well, yes, 100%. I'm not sure if that claim is correct. It is 100% correct.
Increased bone density, no question.
Yeah, my bone density is 4 times normal, which is insane to think about, but it is. I could tell you, I've survived some things that I probably should not have survived because of it.
Yeah, kept the hand when you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I also like to ask whether vitamin D3, zinc, and selenium provide any benefit to the human body. Yeah, they do, and we'll get into that. And James knows a lot about stuff like that too. I noticed that when I take supplements like zinc, my eye floaters seem to improve or even disappear. However, when I stop taking them, the floaters tend to return. You're your own science project. You just answered your own question.
Yep.
So it works. When I discussed this with my ophthalmologist, they're not familiar with this observation and did not recommend any nutritional supplements. Instead, I was advised to simply live with the condition. I would greatly appreciate any insight or guidance you have on this matter.
You know, most doctors don't take any kind of nutritional or supplement class to get there to become a doctor. You know what I'm saying? So probably like a month's work but there's no like guidelines. So they answered their question.
Yeah, I mean, the thing you got to realize is they're practicing medicine. So start with that. I mean, they're very knowledgeable. There's no doubt in that. But they're still practicing. They're still learning things. There's things I've done for rehab where I've had, the orthopedic surgeon go, "How did you get to this point this fast?" And I'm like, "Well, doc, you're paid well because of things that that I don't." Well, I'm not telling you for free. Why? Well, it's not my responsibility to educate you. And I was like, if you want to know, I'll tell you what it is. I'm just not paying for any more visits in relation with this. And the doctor agreed, and I explained it to him. And now they use a lot of what I told them in their protocols because it was pretty different. But yeah, they're still practicing. They're still learning things. So if you found something and it works for you, and it's something that's healthy for the body, that's not going to cause you any adverse reactions, you answered your own question. You figured it out. Absolutely stick with the zinc if it's doing that. 100%. And then as
The
far as
placebo effect is a real effect.
Yes,
Even
it
if
is.
it doesn't actually help, if you think it does, and it does. I mean, they've proven that in actual medical study settings.
that's true as
And
well.
not everybody can be a specialist either. It's
No.
impossible for somebody to specialize in one thing and know a significant amount about other things too. It just doesn't work out that way. So a nutritionist would be the person that you would want to be looking at for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. But I mean, yeah, D3, zinc, and selenium, yeah, they all help. Oh no, did we lose James?
Oh, James, he's got to log back in. I'll let him know.
We lost James. Yeah, that stuff. Yeah, they all do great things for the human body. You just make sure you don't, take more than what your body can absorb. But yeah, I mean, absolutely, it's a good thing. 100%.
Oh yeah, we got James back.
And like I said, and I've said it several times, you're your own, lab experiment. Write things down.
Yeah.
The person, guess who the person sitting, the person that's on this side of me on this screen right now is the guy that gets on me about writing stuff down all the time. He even got me a book. Because he's the one that like really keeps drilling that into my head. Even though I've done it for a very long time, there was a good portion of the time where I just knew it was in my head, so I could just go week to week to week. But and still keep track of it all in my head, know what's going on. But James is right. You should write it down 100%.
If you really want to know for sure, then you have to track it, but you only change one variable at a time. That's difficult.
Yeah, it is, because people want to try to change 3 or 4 different things. And then it's kind of like a shotgun effect, and you got some improvement, but you don't know which one caused it. So you have to keep doing all 4 of those things when you may only need to do one.
It sounds like you might need to increase your intake of vitamin D3.
Yeah.
So you do that, and it changes a lot of things because it's technically a hormone, and you want to monitor that with your blood tests. You don't want to go over with that one. It's not just going to come out in your urine.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying be very leery. You don't take too much of the stuff. Don't take over what you're supposed to with those things. So yeah,
especially with selenium. Selenium's the same thing. That is something you can really get sick from if you take too much of it. Because like Brazil nuts, that's where selenium. Most people get selenium from. If you eat it, and they always tell you can only eat so many Brazil nuts before it'll actually make you sick.
Yeah. So I mean, and this is part of the support group that I have around me. James has been the biggest support group I've had around me for forever. I mean, if there's something between him and Ed Cohen, if there's anything I need to bounce off of anybody, it's those two I go to first. And James has been training with me for so long. I mean, he knows my good days, he knows my bad days. He also knows when I put my mind to something and I start focusing on something, I got a pretty good likelihood of getting it done. So, yeah.
I don't put any kind of limits on Nick, ever.
Yeah.
Thanks. But you hit a PR this week, a lifetime PR.
I did.
At 43.
Yep.
Well, tell everybody
42.
about it.
I'll be 43 in August.
Okay.
I hit
42.
a 700-pound squat pretty comfortably. I definitely had more in the tank, so I'm pretty happy about that. With the briefs, I've done 735, but it's a completely different ball game since I started squatting that way.
Started squatting raw
with Ed's specific coaching. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was
it looked good.
Yeah, that was pretty darn amazing. You sat in that thing and just drilled it right out. No slowing down, no nothing. That was pretty neat. And the cool part is I was right there behind you. It's actually really neat it's neat for me to do that for you, because I mean you've been back there between all the high 900-pound squats I've ever done. You've always been right there behind me, which is why I've always been safe and had the confidence to go after it with not worrying about it. I could just put anything out of my head because I knew I was in good hands. Yeah.
Well, that's mutual. We've done that for each other.
Oh, yeah. And if you guys don't know, James, if you watch him in the videos when he spotted me, yes, he's 6'8" and 370, 380. So James is a large man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And a good man. He's one of the best people I know. That's for sure.
Well, James is the one of the people that actually make me feel like a normal size person, because I'm 6'5", and I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's nice
to see
to
some
feel
regular
normal.
sized people every once in a while.
You know what I'm saying?
But it was James that was pointing out to me that I trained Conjugate, and I had no idea what Conjugate was, which is pretty
right.
In the Conjugate method, and I had no idea what that was. I was just like, well, this is what I think works for me, and it's normal. He's like, well, you're training kind of Conjugate. Go ahead.
You vary your exercises. You rotate your exercises. You rotate your set and rep schemes. Sometimes you're doing high reps. You do a lot of accessory work. That's Conjugate. Conjugate doesn't require speed work. The West Side system put the speed work in there because they were able to train more frequently with some extra speed work. And, there's additional benefits to doing things with explosive force as well. But Conjugate doesn't necessarily mean West Side.
True.
Doesn't mean bands and chains.
Yeah. Right. Though I do use some bands. I don't use a whole lot of chains though, other than for a dip belt.
Unbreakable dip belt.
Yeah, it helps. So, but have to start getting back up to the weight to where that'll make sense again.
That's it. James, how much of an influence has Nick had on you in just strongman? And because this is one of the things, I've never had an opportunity to even ask you. I was like, were you doing strongman before you met Nick, or is this in?
I was. Yeah, I did my first competition in Detroit, and it was Motor City Strongest Man, and it was Jared Spybrook's competition in 2003. So I moved to Vegas in 2009 and tracked Nick down and started training with him.
Well, you walked down the street is what it did.
Yeah.
You lost him again, which is kind of the craziest thing. He's going to come back on, and we're going to talk about this. So he came to Vegas, and I'm going to let him explain it because it's pretty cool. But
oh
my gosh, yeah, he came down there in 2009, and hopefully he gets logged back in here pretty soon.
Oh yeah, he's already coming back in.
Okay, there he is.
There we go.
Last time I did one of these, that didn't happen. I don't know what the problem is.
Oh no, sometimes okay. it's the internet just cuts in and out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
The internet's good like that.
So
go ahead. You tell the story.
Started in 2003. I'll find you.
Yeah. It was a long process, right?
I was taking a test to apply for a police department, and I met a young lady and was chatting with her, and she wanted to get rid of her apartment. So about the time that I got hired to work at that police department and move, she wanted to get rid of the apartment. So I took the apartment over for her when I got there and moved her out at the same time I moved in. And I knew you were here, and I knew you through Dan Harrison, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just passed away.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, bud.
Sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he helped me get my job here, actually, because he allowed me to stay at his place, and that's the only reason I was able to afford to go around and take the tests for the different departments. So thank you, Dan. We're going to miss you.
Yeah.
So anyway, it just so happened that the porch of this apartment that I took over looked directly down the street about 80 yards to Nick's house. What are the
hilarious.
Chances?
Yeah.
What are the chances?
Yeah. What are the odds?
For real.
So we're out there training probably one weekend, and up walks this guy coming down the street. I'm like, man, this guy's getting bigger the closer he gets. And he was a little thinner back then.
Yeah.
And but yeah, down walking the street comes James. It was pretty cool. It really was. No, I was out there probably training with Foster at that time.
As they say.
It's history.
Yeah, Foster.
Yeah.
Yep.
Big D.
Yep.
Who else was out there? Well, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Went to some competitions with Nick. Got sort of my name on the map. Doing. Where did we go first? It was Fit Expo, I think.
Yeah.
We did Fit Expo a couple of years. I ended up qualifying for the Giants Live Series, so I got to go to that a couple of times.
Yeah, on the contest we put on here. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It was
Sin City Strongman.
Jerry Pritchett and I dueled it out. He took the first place spot, I took the second place spot, and we both got to go to Giants Live.
Yep.
Nice.
That was pretty cool. It's pretty neat. You had some pressure on him there.
Yeah. Well, I was never very good at deadlift, and I was really, really bad at overhead press. So I would win all the other events and then place second to last or last in the deadlift and the overhead press. So you're never going to win a competition like that. Even if you win every other event, it's just not going to happen. Well, I kept going that way. Just got better a little bit by little.
Oh yeah. So I mean, help with my training for forever. All the new guys coming in, James like, hey, he shouldn't be loading his weights. Get over there, quit talking, go help him. He's about to squat, so stop talking. Wait till he gets done with the squat, and then he's fine. Just wait till he's done squatting. So you've been there for so many like really cool things, like 805 for like 6 reps, just all the
deadlift,
cool yeah, all the things. And then I mean, but you're the one that
50th birthday 903 on that Walmart rack.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy on the old white squat rack. Yeah. And then 2 weeks later, did 848, and if I wouldn't have got lighted on the first one, I probably would have went after the 903. So, but that's okay. It's just how it turns out. And then watching James just get bigger and stronger, and then watching his career take off as well. I mean, now you're teaching. You're teaching shooting, and then you're also teaching night vision. Shooting as well.
For the police department, I'm a full-time firearms instructor, and I work for a tactical night vision company, teaching classes all over the country to not only law enforcement, military, but also citizens.
Yeah.
When you do those classes, what are they? Do people even expect you to show up? Like, as in, like, you walk into the room and everyone's like, what?
Yeah. Well, the military law enforcement body type is pretty generalized. It's not usually nothing extreme,
Yeah.
So if you're ever watching the Netflix,
I do get some strange looks sometimes.
If you're ever watching Netflix and you see Reacher, there's the real one sitting right next to
exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
Legit.
People call me that all the time.
Yeah.
No, the two-year-old that lives down the road that calls me Reacher.
Yeah. But legit, he's oh, we lost him again. Legit, he's that good. He's literally, I mean, the stuff I've learned from him on how to shoot and how to hold handguns and stuff like that, and my shooting skills is, stuff I've learned from him. I mean, he's unbelievable. He's a well of knowledge when it comes to stuff like that. An absolute well of knowledge. He truly is. I mean, like I said, anytime I got a question about guns or training, I bounce it off of him. And so
that's the best way to do it. It's a good resource to have with a good friend. So it's even better. Ain't that right? Just on everything you've helped Nick with, because also too, even when we had gone to the gun range that one year for your birthday, and James let me shoot his rifle, and I was like, oh, this is like it set the bar for me really high.
Yeah.
My audio hasn't caught up. I don't know. Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Well, you're sounding slow motion like Jabba the Hutt.
I sound like Jabba.
Refresh this real quick.
Jedi.
Well, that's the one thing about doing live. You get technical difficulties happen all.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying. Yeah, but we will be headed to World's Strongest Man coming up here pretty soon.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on World's Strongest Man this year, James? Anything?
Oh, I can't make out what you're saying again.
Oh man. James, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I feel like a cell phone commercial. Can you hear me now? How about now? James? Oh, the Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, it's how it always goes.
Can you hear me, bud? James, can you hear me? This makes me sad.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Are you there? Can you hear me? I see you smiling, sort of, and then freezing.
Oh,
we lost him again. But yeah, I mean, anytime I have a question, he's good to go to because he's so well read on training and stuff like that as well. And he's like, well, you just break the molds for these. I go, no, I think this works this way, and this is why. And then he'll sit there and consider it, and then he'll actually do what I say. And then he turns around and looks at me and goes, I think you're right.
Yeah.
And so we just move forwards from there.
Oh, yeah.
All right. You back? Are you back? You're not back?
No.
You're not. You just answered me. You sound like you're back. Are you back?
You sound just like Jabba the Hutt. I'm going to have to close this out and try again, I guess.
Jedi.
Okay.
All right. I'll be back.
All right. Get a whole refresh.
Oh. Well, we'll see him shortly here.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, one year at the Fit Expo, they had a yoke medley that was brutal. It was 914 pounds on the old IFSA setup.
Yeah.
Down. And back, it was 1,070 on the same IFSA yoke, except they hung chains on it to get to be 170 pounds.
Hey, so there you are.
There, are you back?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
So I'm just what was it? Was it 12 or 13 where they had the chains on the yoke that year at the Fit Expo?
Oh man, probably 2012.
Yeah, and so you go down, it's 914. You come back, it's 1,070, but there's chains all over it, and it's wiggling and wobbling all over the place. And you only
couldn't set it down.
Yeah, you couldn't drop it.
Right.
And so, I took off, ran down, dropped it, turned around, came back, got the new one, flew back, and for whatever reason, I could keep my balance pretty good with it, and I just smoked it and did it in like 31 seconds. There's only one other person that finished. Pritchett did it, Dimitar did it, all these really good strongmen did it, and the only other guy that finished was
Oberst did it.
He didn't finish.
Yeah, he didn't finish. No, because they all tried to go too fast.
Yeah.
And by the time, for whatever reason, I can't remember, I must have done pretty well in the event before that because I got to go
after
last or close to last, and it was. Yeah. It must have been the tire flip before that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Because I would have been top 2 on that one. Anyway, I got to see what everybody else did, and I knew all I had to do was just not put it down. So just, slow and steady tortoise.
Yeah.
Winning that.
But, he was the only other person to do it. Everybody else dropped it on the second half of it. So the two of us were the only 2 to finish that year. It was pretty cool.
That's right.
It's pretty neat getting to compete with them as well.
Oh yeah. One of the things I'm always scrubbing through videos with Nick, and every so often you pop through, I'm like, oh, there's James, and I always try to make sure I save those ones of you so I can send them over.
Yeah. Thank you. I'll put them on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
That last one you sent me had Dan Harris and I together, so it was good timing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Well, we were just talking World's Strongest Man. What are your thoughts on just what's with this year's World's Strongest Man with the competitors coming in?
Geez, I don't know. Rain O'Neill kind of came out of nowhere and did really well last year. So
yeah,
he looks like he's doing pretty well. Tom's always a top contender for Worlds. I would expect him to be in the top 3. And then, man, there's a bunch of guys that are great now. Hooper's tough to beat.
Man, Hooper looks back at top form. Yeah.
it looks like Martins is looking pretty good too.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
is.
He doesn't seem to be as beat up as he was.
No,
I remember when Martins was a kid coming to train with us.
I know.
Yeah,
We go down to Oates' house and train down there, or Martins would come up and train with us up here. Yeah,
yeah.
it was pretty neat. You know,
I'd like
that
to see
kid
him do
has.
well again.
Yeah, so would I. He's got no off switch though. He can push himself beyond the breaking point. There's guys that can do that, and there's guys. It's
Yes.
pretty rare, and he's one of them. So
Mhm.
if he needs it that day, and that's the difference between winning and not. He's got that little extra gear to get it that you just really.
He was always
don't.
very strong and extremely athletic.
Yeah.
Very athletic.
Mm-hmm.
Really good at figuring out techniques.
Yep. Yeah. And then I mean, Ode gave him a lot of experience at an early age as well. I mean, he was down there
That's true.
practicing.
Ode really
Practicing.
knows stuff.
Mhm.
He had all the equipment too. That's a big
Yeah.
deal to be able to train with the actual equipment.
Yeah, down at his house and stuff. And I remember Martins is the one that showed me how to pick up the ISA shield, which was pretty funny.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, how that worked out. And then I really I really honed that one in and ended up pretty good with that. So
yeah, you did okay.
Yeah, just mediocre. So yeah, but it's just been pretty neat. And man, I just can't thank you enough for being there for all those years. And
yeah, well, right back at you.
all the stuff. I mean, like I said, it's good days, bad days, everything. James has been there through them all. He really has. I mean,
putting water heaters in attics and
yes. So
garage.
the first house I bought, the water heater was in the attic.
Oh my God.
And it broke and it flooded down into Jess's room and you had to shut off the water in the summer. Where
it's 130 degrees up there.
Yeah, it's like super hot up there. We take the thing out and then taking it out wasn't nearly as bad as getting the new one in there. James is down on the ground. I'm like trying to lift it up through the attic, and James is like pushing it up. And thank God he's as tall as he is, because that made getting that thing into that attic a whole heck of a lot easier. Let me tell you. And then the two of us trying to crawl through the attic space because it was good, probably 10 feet from the opening. Oh, we lost him again. Yeah, it was a good 10 feet from the opening, and we're trying to stand on the rafters, and not step into the sheetrock and fall straight to the
floor.
Exactly. So it was
it's not easy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, he's coming back. You back?
Yeah.
All right.
Apparently it's going to be a continuous problem tonight.
Yeah, it's all right. It's okay. It's good. But yeah, I mean, we're walking with that thing, trying to carry it through the rafters and not step to the floor.
We kind of strongmanned it up there too. We didn't really use our brains real.
Oh no, that was all just brute force.
Right.
No thought. Just we're going to do this, and it's going this way, whether it likes it or not. And the good thing is,
it worked.
Yeah, the two of us were strong enough to make sure that was not an issue. So it was pretty cool, and it was just a lot of stuff. I mean,
exactly,
so much.
And are you headed to FIFA this year, James?
I think so. I hope so. I have to make a couple of things fall in line in order to do it, but that is my plan, and I'm going to try and break that stone record again.
Yeah, I think you will. I the way you're looking this year, I don't think that's going to be an issue.
Well, you were talking about it before, but I've been ripping the stones off the ground in a way that I never have before.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that it feels lighter; it's just that I'm able to grip them better.
Yeah, and it's just like when you can grip it that good, you can put that kind of pressure on it with confidence. Because the last thing you want to do is pull on something super hard and you go slipping and you go flying. Because that's how you get hurt. So yeah, when you can grab a hold of it and have confidence, where you can just turn the gas on full blast and not worry about it. Yeah,
grip is the hardest part on those particular stones because they're so gritty. It's like grabbing A normal stone is like grabbing a chunk of sidewalk, and these stones are like grabbing a chunk of dirt road, just gravel.
Yeah. Because once that thing gets to your lap, it's all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all done. It's just a bloop up on it's good to go. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked on getting to see that this year. I cannot wait. You know, you're making the 440 stone here look really stupid.
Yeah, I was last year. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be my train up to FIBO will start in 2 weeks.
Yeah. So you got that thing up to what, 64 last year?
Is that what the third one is? We went for the fourth one, and I didn't quite make it. It was close, but I got bruising up and down my sternum.
Yeah, that might have, actually that was 62. Yeah, that was 62.
It caused muscle spasms in my intercostal muscles, and I was unable to breathe. I would have random muscle spasms and couldn't breathe. It was obnoxious. No reason to try and go that high. We only went that high because suddenly it was so easy to lift off the ground. It was not so much of a challenge anymore, so we decided to see how high I could lift the thing.
Yeah.
And that was higher than necessary.
Yeah, it was really high. So it's pretty awesome, especially when I've got a 48 and you're doing 62. So yeah, it's pretty serious. So, but
I think the next stone up is about 485.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's right, and the one after that's somewhere around 525.
Yeah, and I think you'll get both. I think you'll get both of them.
We'll see.
I really do.
Got to be able to grip it. That's all.
Yeah,
I can do the weight.
I think you got that figured out too. I really don't think that's going to be an issue. You need to do the weight for height too while you're there this year.
Yeah,
you need to jump into
it's unfortunate because when I squatted on Monday, this was supposed to be my week off before the Highland Games because I'm supposed to try and break the world record at the Las Vegas Highland Games.
Oh, okay.
IHGF. And I had to choose between that and going to Dan's funeral. So I'm going to be going to Dan's memorial service instead.
Yeah. We'll give everybody my love. I would like to be able to go, but I'm not going to be able to make it.
Yeah.
It freaking sucks.
Well, I understand. Yep. It does. He was my age.
Yeah, I know. So,
but so we'll be headed down to World's Strongest Man in about a week.
Yep, about that.
Yeah, we'll be down over there in Myrtle Beach, and most people, we'll be posting videos daily, so everyone can be able to watch it and check it out and keep updates with us and stuff like that going on. So that'll be pretty fun. And then even too is like coming up is the enhanced games, but we're not 100% sure. We're still waiting on them to get back to us, and we'll actually see if we'll be there to see if we can see Mitch and Thor try to beat that record. James, what do you think about that? That deadlift?
We're going to be there. We'll be there.
Oh yeah,
that's going to be in Vegas, right?
We'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah, it's here in Vegas.
Okay.
It's crazy. It's like invitation only.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's hard to get into it, but yeah, we'll be there.
Oh yeah.
So, we lost James again.
Oh yeah.
So,
well, like I said, we'll be heading down to the World's to Enhanced Games, checking that out, and get going from there.
In May. Yeah.
In May, exactly. And and besides that, that's pretty much our lineup for what we got things scheduled out to check out and do. And so it'll be a lot of fun, and
there he is.
Oh yeah,
he's back.
Oh yeah,
checking my internet. I have Starlink. It doesn't normally happen.
Well, that's one of those things too. The one thing about internet is some days it'll be great, and then I had days, man, where it just shuts me down and I can't do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Mine's pretty consistent. It just gets slow sometimes, but it doesn't really drop me that much.
You were talking about Half Thor going after his record.
Oh yeah, Half Thor and Mitch. Going because it's going to be a huge payday for who breaks that record.
Yeah.
Mitch doesn't seem very confident about breaking that one to me, so I don't know. But I'll bet Hathor does.
Yeah,
And,
I think Hathor's pretty confident with that. The interesting thing is
in the tank.
They've talked about some of the powerlifter guys coming after that deadlift too. You know, Jamal Browner, Colton Engelbrecht, those guys that are major sumo pullers.
Yeah, Jamal Browner tried, and he didn't really do as well pulling it conventional. And then Colton would be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
He's just not going to get as much out of the bar pulling conventional as he does pulling sumo. I mean, he gets good 5 inches. 5 inches out of that bar. I would love to see these bars thrown in the garbage. I think they've absolutely destroyed the integrity of the deadlift.
I don't think it's really the sumo deadlift that people have a huge problem with. It's the combination of the sumo deadlift and the new bars that have been like a noodle. Yeah.
I think
they're comparing them to people who did squat, bench, and deadlift all on the same bar.
Same bar.
Yeah.
I think the sport should actually get back to its roots as far as that goes and go back to that. It's probably the only thing I agree about with the IPF is because you don't see these crazy deadlifts in the IPF. Why? Because the bar gives about a half an inch before it comes off the ground for sumo or any of them. And the advantage is gone.
Even with a standard conventional deadlift, the bendy bar doesn't bend nearly as much as it's the sumo and the conventional, or the sumo grip and the bendy bar combination is the problem, because it's such a narrow grip and the weights are so far out, you get so much bend out of it. I pulled those 900-pound rack pulls the other day on that, and the rope bar is one that I've heard pro powerlifters complain about being so flexible or so stiff, having so little bend. And geez, I think I pulled that thing a foot before it even picked it up.
Yeah,
that was off of from knee height, so I couldn't compare a standard bar that I was using, and it was just a cheap bar that bends more than like your Eleiko bar doesn't bend like that.
Yeah,
I couldn't even compare those two lifts.
Yeah, I'm to the point with powerlifting. I think everything should be just done on a Eleiko bar. I think the Kabuki bar has completely destroyed the integrity of the deadlift. Just completely destroyed it, and the other deadlift bars.
Yeah, I've never used one of those.
Yeah, it's about this. It's got a little bit more give than the rogue bar, and it's just, you shouldn't get 4 or 5 inches of bend out of the bar before it comes off the ground. You shouldn't.
It makes it a different lift, that's for sure.
It's completely different lift, and I mean, Cohen didn't lift on that. You know, all the greats from back in the day, they didn't lift on that. You're trying to inflate numbers not by being stronger. You're changing the equipment to make it easier, and it's just like,
well, they did that for a while with the suits and shirts.
Yep.
And that kind of went by the wayside too. As far as I know there's very few people that still do double ply powerlifting.
Yeah, and even the single ply, which is what everybody did back in the day, that's not even that common anymore.
No.
So, you know, I didn't have a problem.
CrossFit. CrossFit's made some big changes.
Yeah.
In this
realm. Yeah. I have noticed one thing about suits, though. Your hip longevity is going to be a whole lot better in a single ply, not that's going to give you a boatload of help like the double ply with the double ply groove briefs and everything else, but just a simple single ply squat suit, it will probably give you an extra 10 years out of your hips. Because
ask Nick how he knows.
Yeah, ask me how I know. Well, because all of a sudden I've been like dying with the way my right hip's been feeling, and it's rough. And then I go and I put a squat suit on just to try it one day, just to see what happened. And all of a sudden I just drive 725 like it's nothing. And it's just like, oh, okay, well, there we go. And there goes James. So, I mean, it made a really big difference and just felt way better. It really did. And it's not going to help me that much, but the pressure it takes off the hip joint itself is going to do a lot for longevity. I do not say go in the double ply suits or the groove briefs and all that other stuff. No, just a simple single ply squat suit will probably give you an extra 5 to 10 years, maybe even longer, into that, into surviving and keeping your hips in one piece.
Yeah, and just comparing to like,
go ahead.
They originally designed the bench shirt in the first place for shoulder problems, right? It was supposed to protect the shoulder joints.
Well, I think Ernie France said he figured it out from a spacesuit, that he saw the astronauts walking like this, getting onto one of the rockets to take off towards the moon. And that's what gave him the idea of making the bench shirts. And so he did that. And then some other lady patented it, like any type of different sleeve angle other than normal. She patented that. And then John Inzer bought it and then had control of the shirts until, till the patent wore out. And then after that, they all went really crazy after that, because the original bench press shirts, the blast shirts that he had, were so you get maybe 20, 30 pounds on it. You peel the skin off your fingers and you just kill yourself getting the thing on. You might get 20 or 30 pounds out of it. And if it was too tight, the shirt would tear. So as soon as that was over and everybody else's designs came in, the shirts like improved dramatically to where even the single ply shirts now give you like 200 to 300 pounds out of them, which I think is nuts. But
it's pretty massive.
Yeah, it really is. But I think, bench without the shirt, I'm okay with that. I think squats, if you want to do it in a single ply suit, I think it's going to have some longevity. I think wrapping your knees is also going to help a lot with longevity, because I don't think the knee sleeves will protect your knees as well as knee wraps will. I think they'll help. I wear them for Strongman, but I wouldn't put on a pair of knee sleeves to help with squats, no matter how tight I could get them on. It's just.
I started using those when I started training with you, and I think it does make a difference. I won't go heavy without them.
Yeah.
Why risk it? I think it does protect them.
I get up to 315 and I put my knee wraps on. It's just that automatic. I don't put them on tight.
And it doesn't have to be tight for the warm-up sets. They get tighter as the weight gets heavier.
Yep. And
but the compression that you get out of those they don't compare to your knee sleeves. Knee sleeves are good. They're not as good as the wraps for squats.
Yeah, and if you feel something kind of weird in your knee, you can actually self-adjust the support to where you feel you need it as you're wrapping them. Whereas you get the sleeve, there's no adjustments. It's just you slide it on. And they have all kinds of different ways to slide them on now and get them on to where they're like 2 or 3 sizes smaller than what they're supposed to be. But why deal with that? Just put a pair of knee wraps on.
Just wrap it a little tighter.
Yeah, just put a pair of knee wraps on if you really want to worry about how much support somebody's getting. That's easy. Go to 2.5 meters. Don't allow the 3 meters. Just stay at 2.5. You can only wrap it around so much, and maybe even have a weight requirement on it, because you get these guys that are down in the 114s, 123s, 132s, 148s, and stuff like that. They can wrap it around about 1 million times. Where you get the super heavyweights that'll go around 4 times, 5 times maybe. So get it at 2.5 meters, and then for the little guys, give them 2 meters, make it even. So
there you go.
Stuff like that. But I'm probably gonna get tortured by all the little guys now for calling that. But it's okay.
Oh yeah. Well, James, we're getting a little close to the end there. I was gonna say, is there anybody you'd like to shout out or any sponsors or
talk about the night vision stuff too?
There you go.
Oh yeah, we do training classes with Tactical Night Vision Company, tnvc.com. So that would be, if you're interested in that would be the way to go. There are very few companies that are reputable. There's a lot of them out there, and we'll get guys who pay for top-end quality equipment, and they get spec sheets on them, and they send it in for repairs, and they paid for this very expensive American tube, and that's what they paid for. That's what they've got, right? Well, they get them in the service center, and they pull them open, and
Oh,
We lost him.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
That's it.
So
yeah, he can explain, and also too, we'll when he comes back, we'll put all this in the notes and stuff like that, so you can find James and find all the stuff that he is talking about here too. So that'll help out a lot. You know what I'm saying?
All right, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
So they pay all this money for a tube.
Yeah, and they're not working right, of course. So they send them in, and one of the techs gets them apart, and they've got labels that are either Chinese or Russian on them. Well, there's some shady stuff going on, and most of those companies are just somebody in his garage, whereas Tactical Night Vision Company, it's a legit company. It's been around for 20 years. We have a whole staff of experienced people to do training courses, so if that's something that interests you. I'm also working with Task Force 70, which is John Chapman's organization, along with Hillsdale College. They're doing training for cops, particularly of rural agencies that don't have access to a lot of training and equipment on their own. So that's a 501c3 nonprofit organization that they're running to get guys training. So we're doing that too.
Nice.
So
I'll put all those links in the notes. If James, you have those, send them on over, and then we can make sure that people out here can get that for us.
One of these days, we need to take fanny packs and sneak the nods into a escape house.
Yeah,
you set a new record on getting out of the escape house. Put the knots on. Right. Sneak in the laser. And
wonder what the heck's going on.
Like, why do these guys get out in like 2 minutes? I think that'd be kind of fun. But where else can they find you, James?
Real Strong Tactical on Instagram. All of my posts go over to Facebook too. I still got to get that set up. There's just not enough time in the day. Too many things going on.
I know a guy who's really good at it.
Yeah, it's true.
So I don't think I'll have a problem helping you, bud.
Yeah, but if you can find Nick on Instagram, you'll find me too.
Yeah. Okay. Right on. All right. Is there anything else you got, bud?
No, thanks for having me. Good chatting as always.
Yeah. Well, hey, thank you for everything for all the years. I mean, I wouldn't have won Masters without you. I wouldn't have set all the world records in powerlifting without you. I wouldn't have set all the world records in Strongman without you. I only broke one world record. I wouldn't be where I am
without you. So that's how it is.
So just love you, brother. And
you too, Nick.
Yeah, I appreciate you. So, well, that's it, folks. That's another episode. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Please go follow James at Instagram and look up the Nods Company. It's a pretty cool thing. And as always, train hard, train smart, and be the best you can be. And until next time.